Hello, my name is Edward Touloukian, and I will be your instructor for this online finite class. I want to take a minute just to highlight some of the key features of the web page. There is a link as well when you go to announcements. There's a general link here kind of showing you basics of how a typical web page will work. But I want to give you more detailed on our specific one. Alright, so on the left here are all the tabs. Click on announcements, it takes you to where we are right here. Each week or so I'm going to try to post an announcement just to kind of keep you updated on what you should be doing, but really you're in control of knowing what needs to be done. Alright, so if we go on course information, let's click on that first. Here's where you have information about me, phone number, email, location on campus. If you want to get in touch with me, this email is the way to do it. Alright, call this number and I probably won't be at my desk to pick it up, so make sure you email me if you have questions. Alright, then we go down here, you got the syllabus and the course calendar. The course calendar is also on this page. You don't have to download it, you can just look at it right here. Alright, if you want to print off a copy though, open up this PDF, you can print off a copy. Alright, here's the important thing. This is summer, so we're moving twice as fast. So sessions 1 and 2, those are both due at the end of this first week. Okay, so 6/12. Okay, so they are done due at midnight, 11:59 of that day. Okay, so you want to get started early on this. There's a lot of stuff you have to do in this 1 week. The next week, you'll have all this stuff to do. The week after that, these assignments. All right, so make sure you know what's coming up and make sure you get it done. Okay, there'll be no extended due dates, so you need to make sure that you are starting stuff well ahead of time. Alright, so here's the calendar. I'll make sure you do that. We have the midterm test. We'll talk about how you need to sign up for that. And final. The midterm and final will both be done in person. You'll have to either go to an Ivy Tech location or a suitable community college that has a testing center. I'm going to ask you during the first week to let me know what your testing center is. If you don't respond to me, I'm going to assume that you're taking it in Bloomington. Okay, so right now I'm assuming everyone's testing at the testing center at the Bloomington Ivy Tech campus. If this isn't true, then you'll need to send me some information and I'll make an announcement about that as well. Alright, so here's your calendar. So now that you know what's due the first week, let's figure out where to find it. Okay, so to find your assignments, you're going to go to class sessions. Click on class sessions. And we're doing session 1 and 2 for week 1. So let's just click on session 1. Okay, so what we have is the overview. It talks about everything that you're going to be learning. And then if you kind of go down, there's an orientation to Blackboard. There's reading assignments. You can open up these 2 PowerPoints and it'll go through the notes of what this section is on. All right, since there's no lecture in this class, this is kind of the lecture that you would have. And there's also a link to the actual book if you want to read through that. And there's videos in each section. Okay, so these are good references to use to kind of first off see what you're going to be getting into, but also if you have trouble on the homework, go back and look at those. Okay, so now once you get to here, you get to the actual homework. So the homework and the quizzes, all that is found on the same link. All right, these 3 things all take you to that same link. So click on that, and here's your homework page. Okay, this is where you're going to spend most of your time here. You have a pre-test that you take before every section, and then you're going to have a homework assignment and 1 or 2 quizzes. So you can see right here, this block is kind of one section of material. You have a pre-test, homework, then do the 2 quizzes. Quizzes are timed, 75 minutes, and you get 2 attempts on those. And then the next section starts. Typically this would be week 2. But because we're in a short summer session, this is the second half of week 1. Take a pre-test, a homework, 2 quizzes. And then that pattern just keeps going. Pre-test, homework, quizzes, pre-test, homework, quizzes. This is nice too because this shows you all the due dates. 6/12. Everything up to this second quiz is due. And then you have the next week, everything's due on the 19th. The next week is due on the 26th. So this can help you keep track of due dates as well as that calendar. All right, and you can see everything that will be graded on here. Okay, so let's go back to here. Okay, so the quizzes, that same link will take you back to that same page, so you can just click on any homework, quizzes, and test link to do that. Also, there's going to be some discussions. Okay, so we have a couple discussions. When you click on that, it'll take you to the discussion board. This first week, we have 2 discussions, so just make sure you don't forget about them. Because if you don't do them, you don't get points for them. All right, they're 5% of your grade, so not a huge percentage. But if you're someone who likes to do well in your classes, that 5% is half a letter grade. Okay, and so here's one where it's kind of an introduction, who are you, that kind of thing. And I already posted on here, so if you need someone to respond to, there is a post to respond to. But please start discussions early so that people who are trying to do them have someone else to respond to. If you wait really late, it makes the discussions not quite as good. All right, so that's kind of the basics. There's a tab for grades. You'll click on that if you want to see your grades. Mine shows up as nothing because I'm teaching, not taking the class. And that's basically the main thing. So announcements is where you will initially start. Course information, if you want to look at my email, that's on there. And course information also has a calendar. And then from there, you just discussions, and you have homeworks. So that is the course. So please feel free to email me if you have any questions. And I look forward to a great semester.